to my YouTube channel. My name is Ui and I make wholesome and edifying content. And today we'll be talking about planning your wedding in a very short time, let's say less than 2 months, and from a place of absolute peace and rest. So if you're a bride to be, you just got engaged, or your wedding date has been fixed, maybe plans are already in motion, but it seems like the time is too short and you're just overwhelmed and you just want to shift the date already. This video is for you. You should stay tuned and watch till the end. As a disclaimer, this video is not for you to just sit. It's not to encourage you to sit and wait till it's like 2 months to your wedding or a month before you start preparing. As much as possible, as much as it lies within your power, it is better to start your preparation on time for so many reasons. It gives you a variety, a wide range of vendors and decisions and options to choose from, and it is cheaper. Yes, because you can get to buy some things ahead, you can beat inflation, and even the financial impact is not so heavy on you. Imagine having to buy things or spend the money over a period of say 5 6 months compared to pushing out a huge sum in just a month or two, so you feel so much. So as much as possible, it is good to start your wedding planning on time. But however, it is not always possible for everyone. There are so many reasons why a bride, a groom to be may have a short time to plan their wedding. But whatever it is, just know that everything will work out fine. Personally, I plan my wedding for a very short period of time. I did my introduction in January. I got married in October. That's 10 months ahead. But I did not start active planning up till like August, September. That's like 2 months. So my actual planning started in 2 months, and there are so many reasons. Maybe I will share that in another video. So I did it and everything still came out well to the glory of God. So I just want to encourage you first of all that everything will be okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel that oh you're not serious. Don't feel that oh I should have started. Don't regret. This is not the time to start saying oh I regret starting late or anything. Number one, relax and calm down. Yes, I know when it comes to wedding preparation, there are so many things you need to put in place, so many things you need to sort out on time before that day. But I want you to just calm down and take a deep breath. I understand the time is short for you and everything, but just calm down. Everything will work out fine. Because when you are calm, when you are relaxed, you are able to make better decisions. If you begin to rush and panic, if you get anxious and everything, you will most likely make wrong decisions. You might buy things in a hurry, you can book things, you may just make decisions that at the end you regret. You may even end up forgetting some things. You may just begin to mix things up and flop and everything. When you do things from a place of in a hurry and I'm anxious and all that. So I need you to really just calm down and know that everything is going to work out fine. And yeah, just calm down. Basically, number two, you have to be clear on what you want and draw up your budget. If you haven't done so already, I will be doing another video on budget and your wedding and all that. So at this point you have to be clear. What do we want? What kind of wedding are we having? Is it a traditional wedding only? Are we doing a civil wedding? Is it in church? Are we doing a destination wedding? Are we doing a very large wedding or an intimate wedding? What kind of wedding are we doing? And that also will help to shape in your budget. So this is a time for you to sit down with your spouse and okay, this is what we want. Communicate it with your parents and everyone involved. If you're using a wedding planner, this is the time to okay, this is what we want and let's begin to work towards it. You have to be clear on what you want. If not, you may end up chasing too many things, and you may end up messing things up. Do you get? So when you are clear on this is what I'm going after and you go after it, it makes things really easy. Number three. Now this is so important. Like if you don't pick any other thing from this video, please pick this point. This was for me, it was a light bulb moment, like DDK will always say. You have to bear in mind that what is actually important in your wedding is your wedding and your joining. What do I mean? In the traditional setting, it is that point where the bride is giving to her husband the payment of the dowry. In the civil wedding is when you sign the register and you're giving your certificate. In church, it is the point where you are joined by your pastor. So every other thing around it is secondary. Most times the things we get worked up over are actually things that are secondary. Like I like to say sometimes that most time when we say we are preparing for our wedding, we're actually preparing for our wedding reception. Yes, oh, the cake, the MC, the DJ, these things are secondary that necessarily do not affect your joining. Do you get? If there's a cake or there's no cake, you're going to get married, right? If what else, just those things you can really think of. So focus on your joining and the factors that can affect your joining. Like I said earlier, I started the active planning in less than 2 months to the wedding. But before this time, I was already making moves as regarding my church. Yes, I had taken the form earlier in my church, started submitting the documents needed, meeting the persons I needed to meet. Oh, my home cell leader, my unit leader, do this medical test, do this. I was already doing those things little by little. And so doesn't as much as possible try to put those things in place first. If there are documents you need to submit, if there are tests you need to do, if there are things you need to buy, whatever it is that will affect the actual journey, please make that your priority first. When that is settled and you know that okay, come what may, this wedding is still going to hold, there's this peace it really gives you. Number 4, you have to focus on what matters most to you personally and as a couple. Now, like I said earlier, when it comes to wedding planning, there are so many things you need to put in place. There are so many things you need to check. Oh, there's the MC, food, souvenirs, and all those things. Photography, the dress for the bride, the flowers, so many things. Now, in all of these things, there are certain things that mean a lot to you personally as a person and as a couple. So make sure that you settle these things first and let the other things come after. For instance, in my case, for us, two things that was so important to us was the music. We had a Christ-centered wedding and we didn't want just any kind of music, any DJ. So we had to create a playlist sent to the DJ, you understand? So really, we're so intentional about that. And secondly, it was the video and the photo coverage with photography. So this was something too that mattered a lot to us. We really wanted to make beautiful memories of that day and make sure that okay, the important point, the highlights of that day were covered in video and photography. You get? So for me personally, my dress was not a priority to me. Oh, I actually got my dress less than about a week to my wedding. Who does that? In fact, that's just for another day. So I didn't have a dream dress in mind. I just wanted to look beautiful, decent, and comfortable. You get? But for some other persons, your hair could be your priority, the food could be, you want a hall, or the decoration would even be your priority. Whatever it is, I know, okay, this thing really means a lot to me in this wedding. Try to make sure you sort that out first, then you can sort the other things later. Number 5 is work. Yes, work. So I know the time is short and everything, and there's this trend that okay, when it's close to your wedding, especially for the bride, excuse me, you take a break from work, or if you have a business, you close your shop, or if you're someone that maybe you work remotely, you just stop taking clients and you just want to just focus on the whole wedding preparation and all that. Well, it's fine actually, because you need to rest, you need to look beautiful on that day. But I think it's actually a good thing to work if you can. Yes, if you can, if you still can, if it's a work that's not so strenuous and everything, and you can combine the two, it is very good to work, because for two reasons. Firstly, when you work, it helps you to make money, and I tell you, planning your wedding in a short time, you need money. There are so many things that money can, if the money is available, they can easily be sorted out, even if it's a day or a week to your wedding. So you need money actually to sort many things out, especially considering the fact that the time is short. And secondly, work serves as a positive distraction. Yes, it serves as a positive distraction. Like you don't get to focus so much on the drama of the wedding and the things that go with it. So it helps you put in your energy and your time to other things, and it tends to make you more relaxed. In my own case, I was working actually. I was serving, like I said before. I was near NCCF. I had a lot going on there. I was part of the ACPC committee in NCCF, and I was doing a personal impact, a social impact project that lasted up to the month of the wedding. Do you get? So these things, I had lots of places to channel my energy and everything, and it made me not to focus so much on the whole drama of a wedding preparation and all that. Verse 6 is delegate and involve your support system. Yes, your support system could be, of course, your family, your friends, your colleagues from work, fellowship and church members, and people around you. Now, people will be willing to help you if you involve them. You don't have to do everything yourself, especially for brides. Yes, most times you want to go to the market, you want to buy the souvenir yourself, you want to make the choice of the lace for the ashwebi and the flowers and everything. You want to go for cake tasting, you want to go for dress shopping, you want to go for this, that. When you do these things, you may end up stressing yourself too much and overwhelming yourself. So delegate things to involve your support system. You don't have to go to all the markets yourself. You don't have to buy everything yourself. You don't have to, you just have to involve people. Yes, there are many things that you actually don't need to be there physically. You can actually thank God for the gift of phones, media, and everything. You can send a picture. This is the cake I want. This is the material I want and the color I want. Could you help me get it? Do you understand? So try to involve people, and people want to help. People love to be involved in your space in at times like this. It's their own way of showing they love and support you. So yes, really involve people. It will go a long way from easing the stress from yourself, and it will help you to focus on the things that are more important. Like I said earlier, you can focus on maybe sending your documents. Maybe for the civil wedding you have to go to court and do an affidavit. You should do those things and allow people to do other things for you. You don't have to necessarily do everything yourself. I know brides say, oh, it's my wedding, it's my day, I want it to be the way I want. You still can ask people to help you. Verse 7, which is the last and I think the most important actually, is pray. Pray alone. Pray with your partner. Have your friends pray for you. Your family pray for you. Just pray, pray, pray. You need a lot of it. You know, when you commit your ways, things into God's hands, He actually comes in and take charge and comes through for you, and everything works out fine. But if you are like, dear God, I'm a wedding planner, I'm an events planner, I can sort things out myself. Be like, okay, babes, but here we're watching you. So you really need to involve. But personally, I prayed. Like, yes, I don't mean that I prayed. People prayed for me too, yes. And at the very beginning, one thing I kept asking God, that God, I really want to enjoy rest and peace from this wedding. I've heard lots of things about wedding planning, how a bride can be so stressed, some persons fall sick, they lost weight, they have eye bags, they look haggard and all that. They don't have time for any other thing, maybe for fellowship, for their work, just because they're preparing for their wedding. I'm like, God, no, I don't want that. I want to be so relaxed and calm. And indeed, God answered that prayer. It came through for me. In fact, I remember back then, like few months or weeks to my wedding, when I tell people, oh, my wedding is on this day, they're like, no, it's a lie, you're not serious. Because it wasn't really obvious, and I wasn't too loud about it, and I wasn't stressed. They were not seeing me running up and down or going to the market or always making calls. I was just so calm. Even at some point, I used to question myself and laugh at myself, like, babe, are you sure you're really getting married next month? Are you sure? In fact, you're so unserious and all that. You get so really involve God. Pray. I asked God, I prayed about my vendors. Yes, you could plan from 6 months ahead, and on that day your vendors will just disappoint you. This what I wanted versus what I got. Do you get? So just really involve God. There are so many things that can make things spoil on that day. You need to pray and ask God to involve Him in every way, as many ways you can think of. And He came through for me, and I know for certain that His ears are always open to the cries of His children. So if you feel you can do everything yourself, but if you know that you actually can't pull this through yourself and you need help, you need that divine help, actually pray and ask God to help you, and He will, because He did so for me. It is His will for you to have a beautiful wedding as much as a beautiful marriage. Yeah. So that brings us to the bonus points today. I'll be giving us a bonus points. And that is, use a checklist. Yes, a wedding checklist. This is so important. It's really going to help you so you don't end up mixing things up. You know, the fact that you have a short time, even if you don't have a short time, you have a long time to prepare for your wedding. There is a tendency that there are some little details that we may forget. Things like, oh, the ring, the wedding program, just one little thing, and you just be so surprised. So using a checklist helps you to keep track of things, to know your progress, to know what things are left, to know where you need to put your effort. Do you get? So if you don't already have a wedding checklist, please do come up with one. There are lots of you can go on Google, just search a wedding checklist. Even here on YouTube, there are lots of videos about how to come up with a wedding checklist. If you have an event planner, you have to work with how you guys have to do this together. But if you are doing it yourself, like I did, I did not use an event planner, so you have to come up with that with your spouse or partner and design a checklist. It's really going to help you ease a lot of stress and make sure everything is in so much. Everyone, we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you were blessed from today's video. Please subscribe to this channel, turn on the post notification, like this video, and share to your friends. Yeah, if you have a friend that just got engaged or our wedding is around the corner, just share to this your friend. Or perhaps the wedding date has not yet been fixed, but yes, she's gonna get married very soon. Or just share to your friends, and please drop your comment. Yes, if you're already married and there were some things you did that actually helped you while you were preparing for your wedding in that short period of time, you could drop it in the comment. And it's, you don't know, it may bless some, it may really be the turning point for somebody. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and see you in my next video. Bye. My name is Uyi, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you doing today? So today we're talking about, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. 2 months or 1 month to your wedding, and most times, oh, I know it's light. So